Hello and welcome to Euphoria. Today I'm going to continue with my little project to convert Honeydukes Sweet Shop from Lego set 76388, the Hogsmeade Village visit, and make it into a small modular building. Actually it will be a half modular building because I'm building it onto a 16 by 32 baseplate, which is half the size of a regular modular building, a bit like the townhouse from the Pet Shop Creator Expert modular building set, which is also the size of half a modular building. In my previous video I looked at the original building as built in the set and thought about how I might start converting it into a modular building. There were lots of things that I liked about the original set. The feel of the building as an old-fashioned building was really nice, and it might be suitable to go into the old town in my Lego city. However, it's not quite suitable in its original form to be a modular building, and there's quite a lot that I want to do to it to complete the back of the building and convert it into a modular format. So although it might look fairly straightforward, there's quite a lot of work to do in this conversion. Have a look at the previous video to see some of the things I want to achieve with this MOC. Here you can see I've made a start in laying out the building on a 16 by 32 baseplate. I've increased the depth of the building to include the modular connection points at the side, and I've started thinking about what the layout of the back may be. I've tried to keep most of the facade at the front because I particularly like the bay windows and the door and the green signage area at the front. But I've taken all the snow away, and so now it's a slightly plainer look than it was before with all the white. I've also decided to go with grey colours for the walls on the ground floor. Don't worry about these panels on the side, they're just kind of placeholders at the moment. I've done that because I want to use the medium nougat colours that were used in the original set for the upper stories of the building, which will obviously have to go on top of the ground floor here. And then the original roof would have gone on like somewhere like this, but because that sticks out over the side and has various issues with the design and completeness of the build, and is probably difficult to make into a full roof to go around the back because of the steepness of the slopes, I think I'm going to have to redesign the roof so that it fits on top of the first floor of the building up here somewhere. So I'm going to carry on building this MOC on this footprint by first of all building up the walls. Now, although I've found some arch pieces in light bluish grey, more or less to replace the original arches in medium nougat, I'm not sure I actually need them for the ground floor. The arches in the original were kind of across the back of the building like this to help support the open back, but as the footprint of this building is only 16 by 16 studs and there'll be a full wall across the back as well, I don't think I really need these internal arches on this level to support the upper story. So I might just get rid of these, put some windows in the back here and just build straight across. So if I add a door and a couple of windows at the back and build up the rest of the walls, I have a fairly straightforward square base as the ground floor for this little MOC, but still preserving kind of the same feel for the front of the shop. I just need to add the tiling separation layer on the top of the walls so that I can add the first floor that will be removable in modular style. Obviously some of the colours are not the final colours, and I may need to get some parts to replace these with more suitable colours. And there's obviously a lot more detail to add, both on the exterior and all the interior to do, including finding somewhere to add a staircase to get up to the next level. In fact, deciding on the staircase might be the next critical thing to work out, because that will determine where I have the hole in the floor of the first floor. But before I move on to that, I'll just finish off the walls with a layer of tiles to provide the separation between this level of the building and the one above. I used tiles with a couple of studs to provide the registration points, which will help locate the floor plate for the next level. So now I need to work out how to build the staircase that will lead to the upper floor of the building. I could just make some stairs out of bricks, like I did for my townhouse and apartment MOC, or I could use some of the ready-made stairs, or I could try something different like a spiral staircase, like they did in the pet shop modular building. But however I do it, the stairs have got to get up to the same level as this tiling layer, so that there's no kind of jump between the top step and the next floor. So I'm going to try doing it this way, which is to put the stairs across the back of the building and put a wall in between the stairwell and the shop. Still gives me access through to the back door through an archway here, and I can use the space under the stairs for storage by having an arch on this side as well. That means that when I do the floor plate for the upper floor, I'll need to have a hole in this corner for access up the stairs to the next level of the building. It does mean I need to do something with these windows on the back wall where the stairwell goes across them, but they were only temporary anyway, so I'll make some adjustments here on the back and see how that works out. So now I've completed the stairs at the back of the building and the tiling that goes around the top of the internal wall. I've also adjusted the back wall so it now has smaller windows in different shapes and a slightly irregular arrangement of bricks in one or two shades, and I've put a canopy over the door. That might look a bit higgledy-piggledy and random, but that's deliberate because it is meant to be an older building. Although I haven't finished off the details of the interior of the ground floor, I'm going to leave that until I've done the next floor up, in case there are any further changes to the layout of the ground floor. So the next thing to do is make a start on the next level of this building, the first floor. But that's also going to take some thinking about, so I'll leave that to the next video. Let me know what you think of progress so far, and if you have any ideas for this MOC, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any updates on this MOC and my other projects, and I look forward to seeing you back again very soon.